Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something huge. The world's population is aging fast, and, well, that changes everything for health.
It really does. And the way you're tackling this today is, I think, pretty interesting. We're using a big bibliometric analysis.
Right, like research about the research.
Exactly. This one looked at over 16,000 studies published between 2000 and 2024, pulled from the big databases PubMed, Web of Science, Embase. So a massive amount of data.
Wow, okay. So this isn't just reading one study, it's seeing the whole landscape. And our mission today really is to map that out for you. You see where the focus is, who the big players are globally, and maybe spot what's coming next for public health and nursing.
Precisely. And the first thing that just jumps out is the timing. Before 2016, maybe fewer than 1,000 papers a year on this.
Really? That seems low.
It does now, right? But after 2016, it just takes off. Like the research world suddenly went, okay, this aging thing, it's serious. We need to focus. It feels like it shifted from being sort of a side issue to a major priority.
So who's driving that acceleration? Where's most of this research coming from?
Well, the U.S. is a huge player. They account for almost 40% of the publications, 38.56% to be exact, and the most citations, too.
Nearly 40%. That's massive. Is it just funding or something else driving that?
The analysis points to the volume but doesn't dig deep into the why. But what's also clear is it's not just the U.S. You see China, England, Italy, Japan right up there, too.
Okay, so a few key countries doing a lot of the work.
Yes, but what's really encouraging is the collaboration. There are these strong international clusters, like one involving the U.S., China, Japan, South Korea, Australia working together. It suggests, complex problems need that shared brainpower.
That makes sense. What about specific institutions or journals? Any standouts?
Definitely. Institutions like the Karolinska Institute in Sweden, University of Pittsburgh, they pop up a lot. And journal-wise, PLS1 published the most papers overall. But if you look at impact factor, which kind of measures influence based on citations, BMC Geriatrics really stands out among those top journals publishing in this area. High impact.
Got it. So we know who's researching and where. Let's get into the what. What are the hot topics? You mentioned clusters.
Yeah, the analysis boiled it down to 631 meaningful topics, grouped into 5 main clusters. First up is cardiovascular and metabolic health. Think heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, obesity, the big ones.
The usual suspects, unfortunately.
Right. But what's emerging there are keywords like arterial stiffness and carotid plaque. So getting more specific, looking at the underlying mechanisms.
Interesting. Okay, beyond the heart, what's cluster number 2?
Neurologic disorders. And here, Alzheimer's disease and dementia are really dominant terms, huge focus.
Understandably.
But we're also seeing newer areas gain traction, like neuropsychiatric symptoms, behavioral aspects, and cognitive aging, looking at brain health more broadly, not just disease.
That holistic view seems important. Okay, what else? Cluster 3.
That one combines frailty and infectious diseases. Frailty itself is a big concept that increased vulnerability in older age. And then, no surprise, COVID-19 became a huge focus very recently. Research into vaccines, immunogenicity, basically, how well vaccines work in older immune systems.
Right. COVID really shone a spotlight there.
It absolutely did. Then, the 4th cluster is all about quality of life and well-being. This is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving.
Oh, okay, so what falls under that?
Things like physical activity, managing depression, sleep quality, and a really key one, multimorbidity. That's dealing with multiple chronic conditions at the same time.
Which is so common in older adults. Managing all of that must be incredibly complex.
Exactly. And that leads nicely into the final point, the growing role of public health and nursing. Publications in these fields have really shot up. Public health, particularly since 2020, pushed by COVID.
I'm nursing.
Nursing saw significant growth after 2012. The keywords tell the story. In public health, you see mild cognitive impairment, COVID-19, frailty. Yeah. And in nursing, terms like burden, often caregiver burden, and multimorbidity are key.
Yeah.
It just highlights how central nursing is to managing these complex care needs on the ground.
So looking at all this, it paints a picture of, well, a research world really grappling with the complexities of aging, from specific diseases to quality of life and the systems needed to support people. It gives you a real sense of the priorities.
It does, and it leads to a fascinating question as we look ahead. As the global population keeps aging, what kind of breakthroughs do you think we'll see when public health, nursing, and all this cutting-edge medical research truly start working seamlessly together? What new interdisciplinary solutions might emerge?